This is going to be the first of a series that we're hoping to turn into some YouTube stuff, probably with some bloopers and all first until we go from there. But yeah, there we go. Fuck. Hang on a second. I just realized something I did that's really dumb. Okay. Shit, that's not supposed to play. Fuck. Greetings and good evening, fellow crustaceans. This is Chad, reporting live at the LNN headquarters. As always, a quick disclaimer. Due to the incredible serious nature and respect of the Lobster King, all noises, alerts, and chat will not be displayed or sounded off during the presentation of the news, theoretically. Thank you for your understanding. Here at the Lobster News Network, we have several important updates to cover today. You too can participate for glory, honor, and rewards. Really? Damn it. Alright, the Lord of the Seas, HeartCarver, of course, has chosen to elevate himself further and has successfully tapped his DEC Belt. This was in no way, shape, or form related to frustration with the earring that refuses to successfully tap to Nov, and any sort of indication otherwise are lies, slander, and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the tyranny of the Lobster King. And we want to take a peek right here at my dosa and note... DEC Duskborn Belt. That's right. We successfully tapped it. It was simple. It was easy. We just had to go ahead and click it and it went through. There was no difficulties beyond that whatsoever. None that we shall question. And it is definitely not because we failed another Nov tap last night. And also, this evening, it has been reported that the great horse gods have decided to slow down glue production and instead has given the ruler of the oceans the lumen trace. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, crustaceans of all shapes, sizes, and ages. I present to you the lumen trace, the rare part of the horse treasure. So I now have this one and one of the phalite fragments, so only 3 more of these phalite fragments, and boom, another treasure done. We are up big. And finally, today, we have a special treat for everyone. We are going to... Hey, Onepunch, can you say hi for just a sec to make sure it works? All right. Can someone please on stream verify that you can hear him before we continue? Just to make sure. Did not hear? Motherfucker. Okay, please hold. All right. Let's try it one more time, Onepunch. All right, that one should have worked, right? Did you guys hear that one? Wait, what? What did I turn off? Oh, shit balls. I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah, this is my fault. I'm a dumbass. Hang on. All right, Onepunch. I swear this is probably the last time. Maybe. One more time. For someone who does IT for a living, this... hey. This is not as easy as I make it look, okay? Clearly. Well, that works. Intermission. Yeah, intermission, guys. No worries. Oh, fucking A. All right, can you try one more time, Onepunch, just to see if they can hear you now? Sorry.
Of course. Hello, everybody.
Did you guys hear him talking over that this time? Thank fucking God. I turned down the stupid alert thing in OBS. That was killing it. So once the theme song is done, we will continue on with this. I'm so sorry, guys. I would have been surprised if it worked. Me too. I didn't expect to have it go this poorly, but hey. This is the fun of live broadcasting, right? When you don't know what you're doing. I feel like I should be like... His legend lives on in tales told far and wide of the Lobster King's journey and his unyielding pride. All hail the Lobster King. Okay, now that we have had a brief commercial break with absolutely no technical difficulties whatsoever, today we have a special treat for everyone. We're going to pass the broadcasting torch over to Stanley the Lobster, who'll be covering a new segment in the program, The Casting Conch, where we meet with other folks around the BDO Empire. So, with no further ado... Thanks, Chad. As a totally different and unrelated lobster to Chad, we're going to be calling in Mr. Onepunch X himself, the streaming legend of BDO. We have recorded some secret footage and are going to dig into the soft underbelly below the hard shell of his exterior. Mr. Onepunch, thank you for joining us today. I've got to ask, your name Onepunch, is that because you get knocked out after the first punch so there's never a chance for a follow-up?
Well, that's a valid observation, but no, it's not because I get knocked out. It's because I'm so efficient that one punch is all it takes to solve any problem. Whether it's a stubborn pickle jar or, I don't know, an existential dread, my trusty single punch gets the job done. Though, full disclosure, my record against pinatas, it's a bit hit or miss.
That's fair, that's fair. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we can leave this be for now. Tell me about your channel, sir. What type of content do you make, and what is the overall channel vibes?
Well, it's a Black Desert Online stream where I pay deliberate attention to my viewers, especially their comments. So it's very interactive and evolves around different I don't know, comical alerts, and it keeps the vibes positive and entertaining.
Interesting. So, well, let me go ahead and pull this over here. As you know, and I've lost my little paper that I was using. There we go. I believe we have a clip right here that sums up your channel rather nicely. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you Onepunch's channel.
Oh, these? My boobies? My massive fucking titties? My super stuffed milkies? My honker bonker doinky boink? My fucking fabric stretching, wind flapping gravity?
Oh my God, Jesus.
Mounts. You mean these super duper ultra hyper goddamn motherfucking tits?
Oh my God.
Ahem. Well, I think that speaks for all of us, and I think we can just go ahead and leave that one alone right now. Well, that summed it up nicely. Now, let's see. Moving on. What would you say the nature of your relationship is to the crustacean kingdom? There are various opinions floating around, from a solid ally to psychological warfare being conducted on both sides of the fence here. Your response?
Okay, so to those stirring tales of dissent, keep your gossip to the seagulls. I won't have my allegiance to the crustacean kingdom tarnished. I stand proudly as their advocate, their self-proclaimed bard of briny brilliance. Now, will you question my crustacean credentials further, or shall we settle this with a claw off? I enjoy the crusties. Those charming, ocean-dwelling armored knights of the sea, it's because they taught me the art of clawing my way through life's challenges. Right.
That does feel like something that would be very hard to argue with. I think that should silence any naysayers. You seem to have a strange affection for the Lobster King. Is it true you even wrote him a beautiful song as an ode to his greatness?
Okay. Affection for the Lobster King isn't strange. It's like a noble calling. It's an obligation to honor such a majestic figure of the deep. His wisdom is boundless, his claws are unparalleled in might, and his sideways strut, that's a truly regal procession worthy of admiration.
By some strange coincidence, we found your tribute video right here. So I think it's worth a gander and see what you've done. This song seems awfully familiar, almost like we've heard it 5 minutes ago.
He expands the ocean where the waves fiercely roll. Sail the mighty Lobster King in search of even with snow. With claws of iron and a heart so bold, he ventured through waters both warm and cold. HeartCarver, HeartCarver, the king, the lobster father. Sailing seas with the golden crown, a flowing cape with king's renown. His ship, a fortress, sails crimson hue, cut through the tempest as the wild winds blew. With a crew of crustaceans, loyal and true, they faced every challenge, their courage grew. From the kraken's lair to the siren's song, the Lobster King battled his resolve strong. He defeated sea serpents and pirates alike with a mighty pinch and a powerful strike. HeartCarver, HeartCarver, the king, the lobster father, sailing seas with the golden crown, a flowing cape with king Anne's renown. HeartCarver, fear his might and claw, none escapes Carver's law. In the darkest abyss where the shadows creep, the
That is
Lobster
a
King
good-looking
found a
man
treasure
right there,
buried
just saying.
deep. With a triumphant roar, he claimed his prize. The seas echoed his victory under moonlit skies. HeartCarver,
I certainly tried to capture his handsome visage.
King, the lobster father, sailing seas with the golden crown, a flowing cape with King Anne's renown. HeartCarver, fear his might and claw, none escapes Carver's law. Now the Lobster King reigns with even roots all in hand, a ruler of the ocean across the vast expanse of sand. His legend lives on in tales told far and wide of the Lobster King's journey and his unyielding pride.
That is a fine and worthy tribute to the Lobster King. Well done, Mr. Onepunch. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, let's switch claws for a moment here. There are multiple rumors regarding you and Striker 500. Do you have any response?
Okay, so we share a synergy in our streams that reflect our bond of camaraderie in gaming, and then most people find that very entertaining. We get along great, and it all began with a simple impersonation of me trying to be Beetlejuice, and she was like, "Oh my God, it's Beetlejuice! I love Beetlejuice!" You know, that kind of thing. And anything more personal than that, well, I think everyone in all of our communities can get an idea of our friendship.
Interesting. We might come back to that one later. However, I mentioned early in this incredibly serious interview that we documented secret footage of you. And I'm just going to play this little clip our cameras caught of you. And we would like, I believe, a bit of an explanation.
The reason is because I worship the HeartCarver. I wish he would let me drink the butter he bathes in.
Oh.
But alas, it's beyond my means. That is not
How
fair.
do you explain this one, sir?
Let it be known that my relationship with the crusty court of clawed nobility is one of mutual respect, dare I say, admiration. I champion their cause, their pinch-perfect glory, and their sideways struts that put runway models to shame.
Not sure that truly answers the question, but I'll allow it for now. Can you explain your strange allegiance to the cult that has been heard going around the BDO community lately? And in case you're not sure, we have also captured this footage.
Hey, Cuban, I'm sure this is going to be clipped, but I want you to know that I adore the Crusties and hope to spread their joy and cheer worldwide with melted butter.
Seems a little suspicious, wouldn't you say?
Okay. From an outside perspective, yes, it would be a little suspicious, but listen, Who wouldn't admire a creature that rocks a permanent, awkward sideways shuffle? I hope to spread the joy worldwide because honestly, everyone deserves a pinch of lobster-inspired happiness in their lives. Come on, man.
That's a fair point. That is a debate I could not win. All right. Is there anything else besides the footage we've already shown that you would like the viewers to know about your channel and its rather unusual affiliations?
Not especially. Overall, well, since we're talking about the Lobster King, the Lobster King came into my channel originally. The first time I met him, he raided me on a 14-hour stream, and that's how I met him. And, well, the guy didn't leave. Like, he just kind of sat there silently in the background like an itchy rash. You know what I'm saying? But overall, he's a great guy. And, well, I mean, I've already explained how I feel about him. So, that's pretty much all I need to say. And as for my channel itself, you can come visit anytime and you can check out what goes on there.
Okay. Any parting words for our lobster father?
Okay, because I love HeartCarver. He's a great guy. I wrote a little poem for him yet again. And this is for you, HeartCarver. So please have your ears peeled. In the depths where darkened waters creep, dwells HeartCarver, where secrets sleep. A king of crust, both proud and grand, with iron claws and a ruler's command. Beneath the waves his throne does gleam, a palace forged of a seafarer's dream. Majestic he reigns in the ocean's domain, with wisdom vast and endless. No terror he brings, nor havoc sows, for under his rule tranquility flows. A sovereign, fierce, yet just and kind, with a HeartCarver's spirit, sharp yet refined. O mighty king of shell and soul, a guardian true of the ocean's whole, in tales of the deep thy name shall ring, the noble HeartCarver, the Lobster King.
That was I can barely keep a tear from my eye. That was truly, truly amazing, sir. Son of a bitch, and my paste fucking failed. God damn it, of course it has to screw up at that point. All right, thank you all. This has been a claw-biting interview with the famous Onepunch X. Please follow his Twitch and YouTube channels, which I have just tossed into the chat after completely screwing that up. Onepunch, thank you so much for your participation. I'm sure we will talk further at a later date. Thank you very much, sir. Back over to you, Chad. Please hold for just a moment while I properly switch things around again. Oh no, the camera's gone. But this one has arrived. Welcome back, everybody. This is Chad once again. Completely different than the other lobster, just in case you're wondering. Thanks, Stanley. We're all shelled up for today's session, but... Wait, I'm getting some information fed to me. Please stand by. Breaking news. It has just come to my attention. The Lobster King himself... No, can it be? It is! He has received the Content Creator title and has made it officially into the Pearl Abyss Content Creator Program. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very proud of our king. That's right. He's officially recognized by Pearl Abyss at this point in time. That wraps it up for today's news. If you're interested in joining the casting conch, use your imagination, please reach out to HeartCarver via social media listed below, preferably on Discord. Thank you and good waves. Signing out. Let's go back here. All right, guys. We've made it. We're done. That was what I wanted to do tonight with everybody. Onepunch was an incredible sport for this. He was fucking amazing. Thank you so much, Onepunch, dude. That was amazing, guy. Like, you did a great job, man. Well, so yeah, that's the Lobster News Network. Our first segment. I would honestly, I've got obviously some technical stuff to figure out on this side of it, but I would like to actually start getting some more streamers and have some more fun with this. I'd like to do this at least once a week. Congrats on content creator. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. Stands up and claps. That was great. If my ass cheeks are clapping. Thank you for the emotes, the cheers and stuff like that, guys. Look, this was the first time I've tried to like really branch out and do something different. I know that there were some hiccups. There's some work to do, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I had a lot of fun working with Onepunch on like a little collab for this to have that come out the way that it did. So please, if you're not following him, make sure his YouTube is fucking phenomenal. He does some ridiculous stuff. The interview was great. I think he did a fantastic job. Thank you so much, guys. And if you are a streamer, or even if you don't stream but you want to do like a new player perspective or like a different perspective, I'm willing to talk to almost anyone. We just got to have a conversation in advance a little bit and kind of figure out what you want to talk about and go from there. But I think that was a lot of fun and I had a blast. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This is going to be the first of a series that we're hoping to turn into some YouTube stuff. Probably with some bloopers and all first until we go from there. But yeah, there we go.